Leg kicks are a kind of attack that's designed to incapacitate and slow down opponents from a safe distance. They are, without a doubt, one of the most thrilling and effective strikes in today's MMA. Leg kickers are plentiful in the UFC, but only the best know how to use them to their full potential. A strong leg kick makes a thudding sound when it falls and may immediately disable the opponent that was struck. Good leg kickers may incorporate this technique into a variety of combos, forcing opponents to consider it as one of their most deadly weapons. These are the most terrifying kicks that make a fighter's leg go dead. But before we start, don't forget to punch the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Like and share the video with your friends, and don't forget to watch until number 1, because it will be a big surprise to most of you. Michael Chandler versus Brent Primus. During the Bellator Lightweight Championship, disaster struck for Michael Chandler when one of the terrifying low leg kicks from Brent Primus hit a crucial spot on Chandler's leg early in the fight, which resulted in Chandler being unable to move and fight efficiently for the rest of the bout. Even after Primus hit him hard, Chandler bravely stood his ground and even got one of his punches to knock Primus down. Chandler tried to stay on his feet as the fight went back and forth. The referee finally stopped the fight so Chandler could be checked out by a doctor. When the fight was stopped by the referee, Primus was given the TKO victory and the Bellator Lightweight Championship. Miguel Baeza versus Hector Aldana. Miguel Baeza, a welterweight prospect, made his octagon debut in 2019, defeating Hector Aldana by a second-round TKO at UFC Fight Night 161 in Tampa, Florida, via a calf kick and punches. Despite an early period of feeling out, Baeza was in command for most of the battle. He was able to land a variety of strikes, including many calf kicks, because of his lengthier body and deliberate technique on the feet. Aldana held his ground until Baeza hit another calf kick in the second round, knocking the Mexican fighter to the ground. Baeza retaliated with a barrage of punches and elbows until the referee intervened to call a halt to the fight. With this effort, Baeza made a strong first impression in the UFC and establishes himself as a standout prospect in a congested 170-pound division. The Florida native didn't seem fazed by the bright lights and large stage at home, so it'll be intriguing to see what he can achieve in his next appearance. Justin Gaethje versus Palomino. Justin Gaethje, the lightweight champion of the World Series of Fighting, is renowned for his brawls, but this was insane. On Saturday, Gaethje, who's 14-0, won his second championship defense in a spectacular battle inside Commercia Theater in Phoenix, beating Luis Palomino by third-round TKO. The 155-pound title bout played out like a computer game with buttons to press. Gaethje, at 26, put Palomino, who was 23-10, under constant pressure from the start, and the veteran was up to the task, returning fire and injuring Gaethje on multiple occasions. Gaethje's leg kicks proved to be the difference after more than 13 minutes of haymakers. In the third session, a hampered Palomino was knocked down twice by kicks before succumbing to hits on the ground at the 3-minute 57-second mark. Edson Barboza versus Mike Lullo. The main event of UFC 123 was the debut of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner Edson Barboza against the veteran Mike Lullo. Mike Lullo was a replacement fighter for Darren Elkin because of his injury, and it was supposed to be a big fight for him as well. During the bout, Barboza went crazy with his terrifying leg kicks, hitting Lullo again and again on the calf and the shin until Lullo collapsed from the sustained damage. It was an amazing show of strength and skills by Barboza, who immediately made a big name for himself and was in the hearts of millions of fans of both Lullo and Barboza. Wilson Gaethje versus Dwayne Lewis. Wilson Gaethje did not have a very good time against the veteran fighter and kickboxer Dwayne Lewis during their bout in 2011. The first round was filled with back and forth of both the fighters as they spent their time testing each other out with jabs and low kicks. The intensity increased to a maximum level during the second round, and Wilson Gaethje had to face the brunt of Lewis's low leg kicks. After a while, he was totally incapacitated, and it was a one-sided victory for Dwayne Lewis. Scott Jorgensen versus Alejandro Perez. At UFC Bout Night 78, Alejandro Perez's one-leg kick was enough to turn the tide in his fight with Scott Jorgensen. Perez, who was 16-6 in MMA and 2-1 in UFC, used leg kicks to close the gap in round 1 and sought to pace his more experienced opponent. Jorgensen, who was 15-12 in MMA and 4-8 in the UFC, didn't back down, as he continued to attack Perez with blows and the threat of takedowns to keep him off balance. Perez used the cage to get back to his feet as Jorgensen drove through and finished with a takedown. Because Perez was scared about the potential of a takedown, Jorgensen continued to press forward and throw strong single strikes that were connecting. But it was Perez who delivered a hard leg kick at the conclusion of the round that left him having difficulties going back to the corner. After attempting to deliver a head kick, Jorgensen's body just couldn't take it any longer as he slumped and tapped out. The injury interruption occurred at the 4-minute 26 mark of round 2. Rory MacDonald versus Douglas Lima. In the co-main event of Bellator 192 in California, Rory MacDonald won the Bellator MMA Welterweight Championship via majority decision, ending Douglas Lima's 3-fight winning run. The Canadian, on the other hand, had to push through the discomfort to get his hands on the gold. The 5-rounder was a bloodbath, with MacDonald seeming to have fractured his nose and Lima incurring a gash over his eye. The most heinous damage sustained by MacDonald as a consequence of Lima's constant low kicks was a leg injury. Lima used leg kicks early and frequently, but MacDonald won the first 2 rounds because to his jab, better clinch work, takedowns, and suffocating top game. Lima's low assault paid off in the 3rd when he swept MacDonald off his feet with a tremendous outside leg kick that elicited a painful response from the Red King. MacDonald managed to finish the bout while being handicapped, clinching and initiating grappling exchanges in whatever manner he could to prevent long stretches of striking or even standing. He even managed to dominate the last stanza, taking Lima down early and force-feeding him forearm, elbow, and fist. Brandon Vera versus Michael Pratt. Most people remember Brandon Vera for his masterful fight against the legendary fighter John Jones, but not many people know what he did before or after. At UFC 96, he was able to obliterate his opponent, who was Michael Pratt, a renowned fighter himself. Just a minute into the 2nd round, Brandon Vera started landing one of the most vicious and painful kicks on Michael Pratt, the likes of which have rarely been seen. The kicks looked extremely painful, and Michael's face was displaying just how much pain he was in. And if not for his face, you could see him constantly stumbling and several times his legs giving out. The 2nd time, Pratt's legs gave away. The referee did the right thing and stopped the fight immediately, preventing any further damage to Pratt's legs. Ben Egley versus Aaron Hedrick. This insane fight between Ben Egley and Aaron Hedrick was a sight to behold, as Ben Egley suffered a very gruesome injury as soon as the bout started. At the bell of the 1st round, both the fighters touched gloves in good faith and the bout started. Within 5 seconds, Aaron Hedrick landed a normal-looking low kick to Ben Egley, but that leg turned out to be so insanely destructive that Egley had to complete bed rest and undergo intense therapy. Aaron Hedrick's low kick damaged Egley's peroneal nerve, and as soon as Egley tried to move, he lost all feeling in his left leg, which resulted in an ankle roll, and as soon as the referee saw it, he made the wise decision and stopped the fight immediately. And that's how we conclude our list. Out of all these clips, which one was your favourite? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll handpick and feature your comment in the following video, so don't forget to comment. Please make sure you hit the like button to show your support if you enjoyed the video. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys. Please like and share the video with your friends. Until next time.